Welcome back. So I've seen online some Oiler fans talking about how, hey, lots of shots and lots of chances, so rightfully should have won the game. There are some Dallas fans that have some words about that. And might be a few Canuck fans that have some words about that as well. Although the Canucks generally did to Edmonton what Florida did tonight. The Canucks just weren't able to get over the finish line. But with Bobrovsky in net, Florida may very well be able to get this done. The Oilers, I thought, played a good road game, but once Florida had that 2-goal lead, I had absolutely no doubt that Florida was holding on to said lead. So Skinner versus Bobrovsky. Hyman's tonight early, as Hyman and McDavid tried to basically set this game up for themselves. Good press by the Oilers there. Teams trade turnovers. The fans call one, the referee does not. Ekholm fires one high. The Panthers rush. The shots are 2-0 for the Oilers. 3.5 minutes in, and then at 3:59 on a 2-on-1 rush, Verhaeghe buries one from Barkov and Reinhart on what was the first shot on net. So for the fourth time in the playoffs, Skinner allows a goal on the first shot. The good news, if you're an Oilers fan, is they've won every series where he's allowed that first goal on the first shot. And the other side of it, too, is I don't know that very many goalies could have stopped that one by Verhaeghe. Swayman, maybe. But anyways, that being said, I'm a Bruins fan, so yeah, I'll say that. The Oilers look to respond. The Panthers, though, they block. Mikkola has a screenshot that saved. The rebound's cleared. Brown had a rush that's defended. The hits are 8-6 for the Panthers at 5.5 minutes. There was a lot made about the physicality of that, of both teams in this game. I didn't think it made a huge difference. I mean, Florida ends up out hitting the Oilers a lot, but they were also chasing the puck a lot, so that makes some sense. And it's not like the Oilers shied away from hits or it looked like they were worn down. We'll see how it goes as the rest of the series runs along here, but yeah, early on, the hits were definitely in favor of the Panthers, but the Oilers weren't shy either. McDavid has a net drive chance that's held. Fogle then has a wraparound that's blocked. McDavid to Ryan Nugent-Hopkins near miss. Then there's an offensive zone penalty by Ekholm. He had a chat with the referee about that during the commercial break, but the Panthers go to the power play. No reason at all why I would say Flyers. None. I guess Bobrovsky played for the Flyers at one point, so sure, we can go with that. But anyways, they cycle. There's a net feed to Reinhart, near miss there. More cycling. Skinner ends up holding onto a puck there. More cycling. It's cleared. The Oilers kill that off, one shot on net. So the penalty kill worked really well for the Oilers yet again tonight. The streak does continue. The Oilers press at the half, but again, the Panthers are blocking shots. Draisaitl's denied from the slot. Bouchard has a shot that's held. With 8.5 minutes left, the shots are 7-3 for the Oilers. And it does indicate the Oilers were controlling the play. Again, Dallas fans are going to be like, yeah, how does that feel again? So, Lundell has a rush chance that's kicked aside. Montour fires one high from the slot. McDavid beats out an icing call. Panthers get zone time, but they're kept to the outside. Henrique's denied on a fast break. We then get some chance for Bobrovsky there. The Oilers end up drawing a power play. There's an early clear. The Oilers cycle. Panthers block. Draisaitl can't bury one. Puck's cleared out. Nugent-Hopkins is denied on a breakaway during the power play, and Bobrovsky holds there. McDavid can't score one on a wraparound. The puck's cleared out. Florida kills that off. 3 shots on net for the Oilers power play, which had chances. Could not solve Bobrovsky tonight in this one. Panthers press with a minute and a half left. Draisaitl with a near miss on a turnover. Ekholm has a screenshot that's held. There's some pushing. With 8.8 seconds left, the Oilers go back to the power play. So, it's 1-0 Florida after one, but the Oilers with a power play to open the second period. Well, the Oilers set up, and then the Florida Panthers clear it. Oilers set it up again. They cycle. There's a near miss for McDavid. Puck's cleared out. Power play's killed off. One shot. And then at 2:15, on kind of some lazy play by Darnell Nurse, I don't know how else to put this, Rodriguez buries one from the slot. Bennett and Montour with the assist. That's at 2:15. So I would imagine some Oiler fans in the comment section may have some words about Cody Ceci and Darnell Nurse in this game. The reality is that both 5-on-5 goals with a goalie in the net, that was the defensive pairing that was on the ice. So Florida taking their best shots against those guys, and it worked. They were up 2-0 at that point. Bouchard can't bury a rebound on a 3-on-2 rush. Nugent-Hopkins is denied as the Oilers press. The Panthers rush the other way. The shots are 5-1 Edmonton at 6 minutes. Meaning, yep, Florida scored on their first shot in the second period too, which again I thought was the result of the fact that the defense just didn't do very well. So again, Skinner's save percentage takes a hit tonight, but I don't know that it would have mattered who was in the net there on either of those goals. So Bobrovsky's working on theft. I've got that right there. Bobrovsky working on stealing it. I've already seen that comment used online by a few different people. Bennett has a rush chance, that saved. Tarasenko's denied on a rebound. Skinner holds. The Oilers press at 8 minutes. Kulak has a shot that's held. Tkachuk then has a net feed that's blocked and cleared out. Things are pushy on an Oilers offside. So the emotions are getting into this. Luostarinen has a net drive that's defended. Janmark has a rush chance that saved. Brown pushes Bobrovsky into the net because the puck's right under his pad. So if you push him in, the puck goes in. It works. It also leads to the Florida Panthers taking exception to that, getting kind of pushy. Completely understandable there. And of course, it's no goalie. You can't just push the goalie into the net and go, we scored. Dislikes ramping up already. The Oilers draw their third power play of the game. There's an early cycle. Nugent Hopkins fires one high. The fans call one to make it a 4-on-4. The referee does not. Hyman has a chance that's blocked. Draisaitl's denied. Bouchard has a shot that's blocked. It's cleared. We get Bobrovsky chance again, the Bobby chance. Bouchard has a slapper that's kicked aside. Power play's killed off. 3 shots on net for that Oilers power play. It had chances. Could not solve Bobrovsky. Reinhardt's then denied on a rush during what was a pretty quiet second half of the period. Chances are getting picked off, and the Oilers are shooting low, I thought, way too often. If you're going to beat Bobrovsky, you have to shoot high. And you have to be accurate. Boston's problem by the end of that series was they were shooting high, but they were completely missing the net. So Bobrovsky definitely got in the heads of the previous 3 teams that played against Florida. He is working on doing the same to the Edmonton Oilers. The Oilers press to close it out, but they're kept to the outside. So now Florida's up by 2. They're doing their best to keep the Oilers away from the net. The Oilers controlling, they led in high danger chances and zone time and almost everything except the score. So again, I would imagine there are some Canuck fans and some Stars fans going, yeah, that's got to suck. So we go to the third period, and I just say because I'm still well remembering those series. And I know what Florida can do as well. So third period, there's an early press by the Oilers. They're kept to the outside again. Bennett has a net feed. That's picked off. There's a near miss for Luostarinen from the side of the net. Panthers had the only shot on net 3.5 minutes in. So now Florida's playing their game. And that is shot suppression of their own. Reinhardt fires one wide as the Panthers press. McDavid beats out an icing again. And then he was denied during the short press that follows. Bobrovsky holds on again. McDavid clearly frustrated, and the Panthers in a full trap at this point, trying to keep everything to the outside. All 5 red jerseys back as often as possible. Tarasenko has a chance that's held. Perry has a rush chance that's saved. We then get a power play for Florida, and it's Corey Perry that goes to the box on that same play. So this is the tricky part where they're trying to elevate Perry in the lineup. They're looking for offense, and Perry ends up going to the box. So that's counterproductive. Early clear, the Panthers set up, they cycle, the puck then deflects out. The Oilers then with some back-to-back clears. Brown has a shorthanded chance that deflects out. With that kill by Edmonton, that is 30 in a row that they have killed off in the playoffs. That is 7th, tied for 7th on an all-time list of most power plays killed off in a row. So Bobrovsky holds on to another. We get some pushing there. McDavid and Draisaitl on the same line. The Oilers pressing at half. Couldn't get the offense with those guys on the same line either. And again, this feels familiar because teams against Florida have tried the loading up, changing out lines. And once you're doing that, Florida's kind of got the win. Net feed to Lundell. There's a near miss there. The Oilers press with 7 minutes left. Can they get to the net? No. Reinhardt has a rush chance. That's held. Ekholm fires one wide as the Oilers press. Fogle has a wraparound this block. The Panthers rush. Then there's a sharp angle shot from McLeod. That's saved. Panthers go offside with 2:29 left. And the announcers, and again, it's Sportsnet I'm watching, making a big deal. Oh, he goes offside. Can't be doing that. There's 2:29 left. You're up by 2 goals. You absolutely can go offside at the Oilers' end because now there's a face-off in the neutral zone. They can't get the goalie out. They do win the face-off to the Oilers, and they get the goalie out with 2:15 left. Bouchard fires one high. The Panthers doing the bend, don't break, basically at this point. McDavid has a chance that's held. The Oilers call a timeout on that whistle with 1:21 left. And Barkov. I can't say enough good things about Barkov's game. He gets an assist on what was the empty netter by Luostarinen at 19:55. And the Rats rain down on the ice as the Florida Panthers win this one 3-0. Bobrovsky shouldn't be paying for any meals the rest of the playoffs. It should be on basically everybody in front of him. Shots on net, favorite Edmonton 12-4 in the first. It's another first period where the Oilers allow 4 shots. This is a standard in these playoffs, and they kept it up against Florida. Then the shots are 13-8 Edmonton in the second, 8-6 in the third. They do outshoot, and they outchance Florida as well. The final shot totals 33-18 for the Oilers. Power plays, the Oilers 0 for 3. That's huge. They don't score 5-on-5 that often in the playoffs. If Florida's penalty kill holds, this series could be fast. Florida 0 for 2 on their power play. And then the hits 63-35 for Florida because, again, they were chasing the puck a lot, but they played well while they were chasing the puck. I don't want to make it sound like they played badly. They didn't. Skinner saves 15 out of 17. I thought he had some decent saves in that third period, but again, the 2 goals that beat him, I don't know if either of those can be put on him. I'm sure there are people who will put it on him. But Bobrovsky saves all 33 shots. And here's an interesting note. I think it was Michael Russo pointed this out online. At 35 years of age, Bobrovsky, the oldest goalie in NHL history to open the Stanley Cup final with a shutout. So for Florida, they are 3 wins away from a Stanley Cup, which would be their first. And for the Oilers, they are 4 wins away from a Stanley Cup, which would be their 6th. And they have to win game 2. I did order 2 Stanley Cup final patches. So one will go on a Florida jersey, one will go on an Edmonton jersey, no matter what happens. But one of them's going to be champ and one of them's going to be the runner-up. So, yeah, the Oilers are going to have to keep this game going and hope that Bobrovsky wears down, I guess. But we'll see what happens in game 2 on Monday. Again, if Florida can win game 2, it's going to be a tough go because then Edmonton would have to win a 4 out of 5, which is very difficult against this Florida team that doesn't even like losing 2 in a row. I think they've only lost 2 in a row in this playoffs once. So Edmonton's been down in series before this one. They were down 2-1 against both Vancouver and Dallas. They were down 3-2 against Vancouver as well. So this isn't a new situation, but it is the Stanley Cup final, and that can be a different beast. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you've not done so already. Thank you guys so much for all your support as always. I will talk to you again soon.